Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 50.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Terrell Edmunds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo. Mike 42. Yo, go. What you got, Hey, wahoo. Give me some. Here we go. Now.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Zeke Elliott, of course, was a college star in this Buckeye State, and filing into the stadium earlier, a lot of fans had on his old college jersey. In fact, he told us that he had over 100 friends and family that were going to be in attendance here for this one. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike. Let's go. Get up. Iron time. It's iron time. Switch gears. Out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson finding the rookie from Baylor, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Jackson. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their pattern.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyree Jackson. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Minshew looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Miller with first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Minshew going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
60 outlaw. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's put him out.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Throw caught here by Bird. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Damiere Byrd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Oh, this is blocked. And the Jags get the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Protein spill. Bravo.
They're going to try and throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And two stop. Christone travel. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot. Showing up. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
On first down, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
70.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 61. Match box. Light. Slow, slow. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch. Hey. 54.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
54. Mike 54. Bandit. Go. Shit. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Mixon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's one of those runs where you're thinking, is he going to run out of steam before he crosses the chalk? But he did not.
And whatever piano he had on his back, he was able to shed and make sure he got to the end zone. A terrific electric play.
Short boot, taken at the 21. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Top 61. Now.
Here's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Does the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross His 9th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Elliott running right. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Tighten up, tighten up. Whip.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Back to Mixon on first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Rock it. Hey! Check. Hey, Sam off to go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Going up top for Miller. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 46. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Out. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Once again, they run with Mixon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's it,
Quincy
baby.
Williams on the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5. Today's final score, Bengals 38,